Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. Well, I gotta stand tall. You know a man can't crawl. When he sees you telling lies and he hears them passing by, he's not a man at all. Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. When you see me shed a tear, and you know that it's sincere, don't you think it's kind of sad that you're treating me so bad? Or don't you even care? Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear their sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown.
All right, well, here's another C song that we'll do then.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine.
Everybody, joy to the world, sing it now, all the boys and girls. Everybody,
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the cars and the bars and the war, make sweet love to you.
everybody, joy to the world, sing it out, all the boys and girls. Everybody, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies, I love to have my fun. Well, I'm a high flyer and a rainbow rider, a straight shooting son of a gun. All right, he said, joy to the world. Everybody, all the boys and girls, sing it now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. Everybody, joy to the world, sing it out. All the boys and girls, everybody, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me.
Good night. Thank you very much. Oh no, me gotta go. I said Louie. Oh baby, me gotta go. Fine little girl waits for me. Catch a ship across the sea, sail that ship about all alone. Never know if I make it home. Louie. Oh no, me gotta go. Ay, 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 I said Louie. Oh baby, me gotta go. 3 nights and days I sail the sea. Think of girl constantly on that ship. I dream she's there. I smell the rose in her hair. Louie. Oh no, me gotta go. Ay, 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 I said Louie. Oh baby, me gotta go. See Jamaica, the moon above. It won't be long, me say, may love, take her in my arms again. Tell her that I never leave again. Louie. Oh no, me gotta go. Ay, 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 I said Louie. Oh baby, me gotta go. Me gotta go. We gotta go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are the Whatever Brothers.
Do, 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 I left a good job in the city. Working for the band every night and day. And I never lost one minute of sleeping, worried about the way things might have been. Big wheel keep on turning. Do-a, primary keep on burning. Do-a, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Do-a-do-a-do. Do-a-do-a, cleaned a lot of plates in Memphis. Pumped a lot of pain down in New Orleans. But I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on a riverboat queen. Big wheel keep on turning. Do-a-do-a, proud Mary keep on burning. Do-a-do-a-do-a, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Do-a-do-a-do. Do-a-do-a, if you come down to the river, bet you gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry, cause you got no money. People on the river are happy to give. Big wheel keep on turning. Do-a-do-a, proud Mary keep on burning. Do-a-do-a-do-a, rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Rolling, 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 rolling on the river.
What are you?
Whoa,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
look at that. Oh, my
We
goodness.
are here.
Oh.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this is the course, the Fortnight of Doom. And we are here all in the same place this time.
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty cool actually.
Season 2, episode 13,
Mhm.
and the living is easy.
Really? Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be easier because we have wonderful guests this
Oh, we
time.
do. Yeah. This
And
is
we
very
have
cool.
a whole band.
A whole band like
I
this.
mean, not just one of these little duo things with, like, amazing people like Toot and Tail and stuff like that, or Magical Strings. So this is like a mass of like 4 people.
4 people. It's a little crowded in here today. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yep. So we want to welcome these guys.
Yes.
Them guys.
Hi there.
Hi. So this is Jim Nason and the All Star. No, is that it?
This
No,
is
you-
Hounds at Bay, and
Hounds
tonight
at
we're
Bay.
featuring Jim Nason's stylings.
Hounds at Bay, featuring the stylings of Jim Nason.
There it is.
And songs.
Okay.
I like that. That's
we all
cool.
have
Well,
stylings.
well, at least
Tonight
somebody
we're
in this place has
focusing
some
on Jim.
style.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna bring them in and do different things, and some of them will be good.
All right.
Some of them are. Let's hope.
All right.
All
So
right.
we're going to start actually
We're
by
gonna start
being
us-
serious
Yes,
for like one
Oh,
song.
that's me. I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Eric Bogle wrote this song. My
That's it.
dear old friend Doug Olson down in Berkeley introduced me to it decades and decades back. It's been one of the most important songs in my life ever since.
Right. So we're going to start with a song about death, just because it's the Fortnight of Doom, and we'll do that. So, yeah.
Well, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit down here by your graveside? Rest for a while neath the warm summer sun. I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I can see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the Great Poland in 1915. And I hope you died quick, and I hope you died clean. Or young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drums slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave any wife or a sweetheart behind? In some faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1915, in some faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, and closed in forever behind a glass frame of an old photograph, torn, battered and stained and faded to yellow in a brown leather frame? Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Oh, the sun now it shines on the green fields of France. There's a warm summer breeze, it makes the red poppies dance. And look how the sun shines from under the clouds. There's no gas, no barbed wire, there's no guns firing now. But here in this graveyard, it's still no man's land. The countless white crosses stand mute in the sand. To man's blind indifference to his fellow man, to a whole generation were butchered and damned. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife lowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Oh, young Willie McBride, I can't help wondering why do those who lie here know why did they die? Did they really believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end war? Oh, the sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the killing and dying were all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it's all happened again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Did they beat the drum slowly? Did they play the fife slowly? Did they sound the dead march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest?
And a respectful silence. Oh, and then we're done. Okay. Good.
Yay! Hey, we've got our own peanut gallery now.
But we also have, and now I have switches. Hey, no, I guess you guys are all stuck behind your mics
I can grab
too.
that. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, this is the lovely
I
choreography.
could hand it to you.
Yeah, why don't you do
I'll
that?
do that. Yeah, there we go.
Why don't
You want
get
which one?
that?
You want banjo?
Yeah, I want the banjo.
Okay, good. All right, hang on. There we go.
So, yeah, so we're going from the sublime to the ridiculous here. A song by one of our former guests, Mr. Zeke Hoskins,
Yes.
one of the true wizards of words.
Wizard's words. Yes. That's it. Right.
Okay,
Okie dokie dokie.
so this has to do with smuggling whiskey.
Yes. You want to explain
From
a bit more about
Windsor, Ontario,
Uh-huh.
which is right across the Detroit River from Detroit, Michigan. During the time of the Great Experiment, I think it was called. It was an experiment that really failed pretty badly.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, there was a lot of cross-river traffic, fully loaded from Windsor and emptying out somewhere around Detroit. But when you left the harbor, you had to tell the harbor master where you were going with that boatload of Johnny Walker Scotch. So the name of the song is "Bound for Valparaiso in a Rowboat." And we're not talking Indiana. This is the Valparaiso that's around Cape Horn that the old-time sailors prayed they would live to see.
Of course, they didn't go there, but
I'm trying to get I'm going the wrong direction.
yes, it's
Yeah,
backwards.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I know. I've seen a whole bunch of videos of me playing left-handed. Totally confused me.
All right.
Bound for Valparaiso in a Rowboat. I think I said that already.
You did that already. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I've done it twice. Won't be the last time. Oh, Windsor is a lovely port we're proud to sing about. There's a warehouse full of whiskey, though the Yankees do without. And when customs ask us where we're bound, we ship our oars and shout, we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're bound away. With 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Now some say for an ocean trip our craft is much too small, but we bold Canadian lads don't fear a little Cape Horn squall. And a deep sea schooner's much too big to shoot Niagara Falls. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're bound away. With 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Now Michigan is very close and Chile very far. We are expert navigators. We can steer by any star. But the cat pissed on the sextant and we don't know where we are. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars. We're bound away. With 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. We've set sail for Valparaiso 27 times this week. And every time we've gotten to the mouth of Muddy Creek, we've had to jettison our cargo because the oarlocks sprung a leak. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars. We're bound away with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Now some sing of Vancouver, St. John and Halifax, but these salty water cities, they have nothing wins or lacks. We've a dory load of whiskey and the muscles in our backs. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars. Bound away. We're bound away with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso. Bound for Valparaiso, bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. All right, so
Okay,
now
so now we let them do something.
please.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
turn it over, turn the camera, do all that stuff. Hang on a second here. I'm controlling this as I go. Video and USB video, and there we go. Okay, gentlemen, it's all up to you, or well, gentlemen and ladies. Hello.
You take umbrage. Here, have some umbrage.
It's okay. Yeah.
I hear it's good with.
Now, Jim, I hear you have some
Mayonnaise.
health advice for us. I hear you have
Umbrage
some
and
health,
mayonnaise.
I hear you have some health advice for us. Eat it up.
Okay. Well, my doctor said my name, but he also said you're dead. If you don't stop slamming down junk food, sticking drugs up in your head. And if it's true that what you eat, you are, then I'm a dog. My only chance is yogurt and a daily 10-mile jog. Corn and beans and rice and salads, all I need to eat. My license to drink milk revoked. I got an allergy to wheat, but I don't panic. I just eat organic, and I don't bounce back and forth between depressed and manic. I take advice that's free and factual. I eat only what I think is natural, and I don't panic. Just eat organic, simple, yeah. Woo, that espresso is way too lean, and oatmeal's far too young. But the way I slam down all that stinky mushroom, just plain wrong. Half the stuff I eat's immoral and the rest will make me fat. And all of it's laced with poisons, and you know I don't like that. If I never eat another cow, then I'm playing it all. I'll die by noon, and considering all my pain and suffering, death couldn't come too soon. But I don't panic, I just eat organic, and I don't bounce back and forth between depressed and manic. I take advice that's free and factual. I eat only what I think is natural, and I don't panic. I just eat organic, simple, yeah. Eat organic, and I don't bounce back and forth between depressed and manic. I take advice that's free and factual. I eat only what I think is natural, and I don't panic. Just eat organic, yeah. And then I never drink the water because it doesn't taste so good unless it's poured in charcoal filter, you know, the way it should. And forget about ground up bovine flesh, it's a playground for disease. Although your politician clones and imposters and degrees. Eat only what you think is natural and then don't panic. Just eat organic. Don't be idiotic. Try macrobiotic. Or even if you are a pagan, y'all can be a vegan and simple. Just eat vegetables. Such life.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Boy, that had more endings than a Mozart symphony.
And that was short from the usual.
Yeah.
More endings than
And
Lord of the
absolutely
Rings.
nuts. Just switching off That Place You Love Me, James.
All right.
Now, the first song that I ever asked Jim to let me sing, which I still haven't accomplished yet, was I Play She Loves Me. We started playing music in the same room, at least at the Fiddler's Inn, way back
Oh
in
my
the
goodness,
day.
yeah.
Here I am, sitting there thinking, sipping on my tonic and gin. Tears in my eyes, I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking about the trouble I've been. She says she loves me and I am caught. I'm all tied up in her lover's knot. I'm bobbing and I'm weaving, but now I think I'm sinking, leading once again with my chin. I play she loves me not. Tearing the petals off the flowers I bought. I'm in a tailspin and my timing is short. Won't I ever get my life back again? Well, I'm looking in the mirror, but who am I kidding? I'm a first-class coward of love. Why can't I jump off that board on my own accord? Why must I have to wait for a shove? Why, oh why do I hesitate? If I don't act soon, it's gonna be too late. If I could look into my heart and find 1 ounce of worry, I would thank my lucky stars up above. But I still play she loves me not. Tearing the petals off the flowers I bought. I'm in a tailspin and my timing is short. Won't I ever get my love back again? Now I'm tired of sitting and I'm tired of thinking. Now it's time to take that dive. I'm through with crying and I'm through with drinking, and I'm completely alive. I know she loves me and I love her. We just gotta get back to the way that we were. I'm out on the limb, but things don't look so grim. With my sweet love just about to let ride. No more play, she loves me not. Tearing the petals off the flowers I bought. I'm gonna take them home and plant them in a pot, so they will grow. My love for you.
on the Mbira.
Yes.
Indeed.
Kalimba.
Yeah.
Kalimba and Mbira, there's
Are they the
several.
same? They're the same.
We have, you know, I
Try
have.
not to call it a thumb piano.
Why not?
Try to use one of the original names.
Yeah.
Thumb piano is one of our names for it.
Well, we happen to think that Jim is one of the finer songwriters around here, but Jim didn't really do this by himself, right?
No, he didn't. Elizabeth helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Elizabeth's wife is a co-writer for a lot of the stuff that he
Mm-hmm.
does. A lot of people don't know that. So
And
yeah.
she also has one heck of a garden.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We've all played in it in the
Yeah.
garden.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah.
Very nice garden to play in. Also.
Yeah,
That it is. Yes.
I like playing in her garden. Yep.
Mhm. So we're gonna do
Something probably.
yes.
Oh yeah, it's time you have your
I
high.
have,
He
I have
has
my,
his
you know
high
what?
tech.
Actually, I have to change. Just give me a second here.
Oh yeah,
Switch
we
back
should
to
be
us.
on screen,
give us a
right?
second.
Yeah.
Should be on screen.
And
There
do-
I am.
Do you guys have anything to toast with over there?
Yeah.
We do. We have
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
some
Good.
red.
That'll be coming up too.
All right. Okay.
Roasty,
So
roasty.
graphics.
Okay,
It's the slow one.
it's time for the Folky Inquisition, folks. There will be 2 questions.
There we go.
And this is the first one is reasonably imminent.
Reasonably imminent.
Yes. This actually harks back to some questions we had before about Charlie of the MTA and
Yeah.
the provenance of the song. But in this case, it's a very simple question, somewhat of a trick question, but not, is from what city did Charlie start his trip on the MTA?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
No. Oh, well, we should say this.
Oh, yeah. By the
Before you
way-
say a word, it is friends, performers, pets of friends and performers,
And
are not al-
relations.
and relations of pets and friends of recorders are unable to participate in the Folky
Oh.
Inquisition.
We'll stay. So
Sorry.
mute
I get
us.
it, yeah.
Mute us.
Yes. Well, I can hear you anyway, so I'm not going to mute you. So just.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Right.
No,
What we're
Bad
gonna
kid.
do-
Be quiet.
Raise your glasses, ladies and gents.
You know who you're saying that to, right?
I don't know why. I was watching some Olympics last night, and the Italians were doing rhythmic gymnastics, and I just thought about how much I like so much stuff from Italy, including the food. So here's to the Italians.
Here's the Italians.
Viva
Italians,
Italia.
Right. Yeah.
They're
So-
also major contributors to the lute. So
Very good. Yes,
Mhm.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Lute, sitar, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Mhm.
Now there's a lot of loot in the
Early
Italian in the Vatican
right.
Museum.
That's right. Yeah.
the oud.
I should mention that
Alud.
we've got more instruments in this room.
Yeah, there are a couple there.
There's a few instruments and all over the place, not just the stuff behind me, but all the stuff they brought. And
Yep.
there are 3 Larry Baumgartner guitars in this room. Uh-huh.
And one Larry Baumgartner.
And one
too.
Larry Baumgartner.
One
too,
Larry
yeah.
That's
There's
for
3
10
basses.
digits, yes.
Yeah.
That play guitar.
There's like 10. There's like
digits.
there's 10 mandolins and a couple of
A mandola.
Mandola and a banjo. There we
Yeah.
go.
6-string banjo.
There we go. All right.
All
So,
right.
we're
So,
gonna do
with-
something, right?
so
I'm
I
gonna
think
do
what's
the first one,
happening
right?
is I'm going to repeat the question just in case
Oh yes, please. do.
somebody forgot it already.
Wait a minute. Let's see here. Okay, I'm looking at somebody. Okay, not yet. Okay.
From what city did Charlie start his trip on the MTA?
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Okay, so are you able to do the song first? Because we're getting
Okay.
ready for another incomprehensible and long ballad serialization coming
Yes.
up
And you
I've
know
been-
what? I've got to do a video greeting for that or something like that.
one of these
Because,
days. Well, you're going to have 3 more chances because this is even longer than the last one. The last one was 3 episodes. This one's going to take up 4.
Uh-huh. So yeah, we might just leave and let you know.
Yeah. Well, I had thought, I mean, if we're ever just really to lack, I could just do this ballad for the whole show. if the guest skips out or something. You know.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So I'll do something. Okay.
Please.
All right. Let's this is a Mary Garvey tune. Mary Garvey's song. The words of Mary Garvey. I wrote the tune. Down in a certain city on the Oregon-Washington border. used to be something called you could get shanghaied. Basically, you could actually be taken against your will onto a ship, and this song is about that.
Yeah, they both at Astoria, which he's speaking of, and Port Townsend, the ships would get rid of most of their crews.
Yeah.
Because they didn't, once they got to the Columbia River or to the to the gates of the Salish Sea, they didn't need a whole bunch of sailors, so they drop them there, and then the sailors would spend their money in their various and sundry ways, and then on the way back, they would basically get somebody would knock them over the head, and they would wake up 50 miles out to sea with a new job, whether they wanted it or not.
Forced employment, barely. There's a man over yonder called Shanghai Jack. He can send you to sea and he won't come back. Rolled up in a carpet or a gunny sack. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Shanghai Jack runs a fine saloon. He wants your custom and he wants it soon. You can run up a tab from night till noon. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Shanghai Jack, he loves the ladies. He likes them prim and he likes them shady. One named Flora and one named Sadie. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Shanghai Jack has a big trap door cut right into the barroom floor. It'll drop you down to the river shore. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Oh, you've been shanghaied, too scared to pray. You're out to sea for many the day. Just where is Shanghai anyway? Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Oh, this town is named after John Jacob Astor. See, the only way you can make it work is if you do it with an English accent. Otherwise, the rhyming doesn't work. See? Astor, okay. Just if you get shanghaied, it will be a disaster. See what I mean? His guns move quick, so you move faster. See, all that rhyming, pretty cool. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. So watch your back and don't get drunk, or you get locked up in a bosun's trunk and thrown on a deck with a big plunk. Stay away from Shanghai Jack. Yes, stay away from Shanghai Jack. There you have it. Mary Garvey wrote that, and she'd send me songs, just say, here, do something with this. And off we went, and we did that. So, okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, part one of completely useless and pointless cereal songs.
I don't know. This song has a rich tradition. It's Tamlin.
Tamlin. All right.
Which I first heard done by Fairport Convention.
Stop it. There we go.
Okay.
All right, off you go.
And but I realized that if I used just their lyrics, that would only be about 1.5 day shows worth, because they kind of did the Reader's Digest version. So several late evenings on the internet later, and having perused the child ballad version and another version somewhere else that somebody did, and I basically corrupted it as much as I could to get as many verses out of it as possible that still sort of made sense and weren't all in ancient Scottish dialect. Arr. So anyway, so the personae here will be Tamlin, who is enchanted, Janet, who's Supergirl, young woman of great accomplishment and strong will, and I guess her father may show. Yeah, her father shows up tangentially during this particular juncture.
How can you show up tangentially? Does it like
because he's mentioned? My daddy gave it to me.
It's kind of like slide in, kind of swoop in from the side or something.
Says my daddy gave it to me, but he does show up in the next at the next Fortnight of Doom.
Okay, if the band can turn their phones off.
I'll stay in touch.
I forbid you maidens all that wear gold in your hair to travel to Carter Hall, for young Tamlin is there. None that go by Carter Hall, but they leave free may pledge either their mantles of green or else their maidenhead. Janet tied her kirtle green a bit above her knee, and she's gone to Carter Hall as fast as go can she. When she came to Carter Hall, Tamlin was at the well, and there she found his steed standing, but away was himself. She'd not pulled a double rose, a rose but only two. When up then came young Tamlin, says, Lady, pull no more. Why pulls thou the rose, Janet? And why breaks thou the wand? And why come you to Carter Hall without my command? Carter Hall, it is my own, my daddy gave it to me. I'll come and go, young Janet said, and ask no leave of thee. Janet tied her kirtle green a bit above her knee, and she's gone to her father as fast as go can she. 24 ladies fair were playing at the ball, and out then came the fair Janet, the flower among them all. To be continued.
Sorry. Okay.
You probably are encouraging other people to take naps during my my nine verses for today.
Yeah, well, it all started actually because we were sitting, Robin, Dan, and I were sitting around pre-show. Dan said, "I want to do this song," and he started playing it. We went, "Oh, geez, no." We said, so we just decided that the only way it was palatable was to break it up into. So at that point, it became a serial ballad. So we're, this is the Fortnight of Doom is now the official home of serial ballads.
Serial ballads, yes, it's very good for your brain regularity.
Oh, and we have a winner. We do have a winner. Actually, it was
Cool.
earlier on. Yes, Ellen Cahill.
Congratulations, Ellen.
Yeah, and that was Cambridge.
Yes, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
And I happened to see, and I couldn't remember the answer myself, so it was pretty early on. So yes,
Okay, Ms. Cahill, please send to somebody like Sally your terrestrial address.
Yeah.
Our mailing department is back from vacation.
Oh, good.
We owe we owe nobody anything.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Until now.
Until
now
now.
we owe. What's her name?
Ellen.
Ellen.
Ellen,
we're good for
or
this,
I think it's
okay?
Ellen. I hope I spelled it right.
We will send you something from
Could
our
be
pile
Eileen.
of,
I don't know.
crappy merchandise.
More crappy merchandise.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So what are we doing next anyway?
I don't know. I'm the one with the list, aren't I?
We should do some more hounds, I think.
Oh no, actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You're actually, it says two from Hounds.
2 from Hounds. Yes. So let's
We'll
do
take all 4 of them.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Okay. So gentlemen and ladies, off you go.
Terrible if I tried to
It's an A or on regular.
Swapping guitars, like
So this is the first song.
Is
that-
James plugged in or no? He doesn't need to be.
This is the first song we ever practiced as Hounds at Bay.
Really?
Yes, that we went to your living room and we were going, well, what are we gonna do? And you said, well, Southern rock, that's an acoustic blues band. Let's play it.
Did you ever take a boat ride down Mississippi? What if boats on down in New Orleans. She's out to sea. Oh, you heard about the ship Queen Mary. She's sailing on the seven seas. But you never, never had to know more grind till you be riding on that LB. Well, now her accommodations, they're among the best. You get your 3 square meals a day and a place to rest. You get your whole hot biscuit, yeah, and your country. You get your fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and a candy cane. Oh, I heard about the Constitution, but that Revolutionary War, America's inland navy, she been fighting from shore to shore. Shore to shore. Well, now it takes about a week to get down that old river. But once you get up on board that boat, you know that you want it to last. Yeah. And you just sit up on the deck, fishing off the side all day, day, day. You watch that sunny Southland, putting all your blues away. Oh, you heard about the ship Titanic, sail on that northern sea, but you never, never had to know boat ride till you be riding on that LB. The LB, okay, the LB, okay, the LB, okay, the LB.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The song we've been playing the longest, huh?
Pretty much it.
Just goes to show you, don't
Pretty
it?
much it.
American bandstand here.
Yeah.
Bands want to get up and
Regular
dance.
guitar.
Yeah, I didn't actually put that on because seeing Dan dance is not something we want.
I have been complimented on my dancing. Actually, by somebody who ran an Arthur Murray studio.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
pirouetting and stuff like that.
Well, so
Not in these shoes.
Plie and the
James,
pate de foie gras.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
James, it's time for you to prepare yourself for the cruiser, sir.
Ah, the cruiser.
Yes. So,
She was a rifle. She carries a rifle. She's not the kind of girl with whom you'd care to rifle. the danger in the perfume in her hair. You fall in love just like Don Juan, because the thrill of more danger turned you on. But there is something the matter with this picture. It just does not ring. Cause all of these exciting, sexy things would never happen to you. No, because you're a cruiser and you're a loser. But in your fantasy, you are this major bruiser. You work out, girls call you bub, and all the people on the street say that you're tough. And in your neighborhood, you are a god. Nothing ever goes down there without your wig on. And people disappear at your behest, after which their business partners invite you to invest. But with an album in your feeling, the scene begins to fade, and reality resolutely rains on your parade. Kick it down. But you will not give up without a fight. You drive that souped-up Maserati through the night, holding up in a safe house down in New Orleans, posing as an eccentric Southern gentleman of means. And the company signals about Iran. It seems this Persian thing has gotten out of hand. From prime assets, highly placed, you learn the liberal guy is about to be erased. Wow, but the back of this camel is broken, and this has been the straw, and all these delusions and these daydreams, they start to stick in your craw. Cause you're in 3 days at the farm. Your job is picking up the clothes people try on, and it's not so very difficult for one to see why was this humdrum life you choose fantasy. You'd rather not be here. Oh yeah, right. And in reality, you'd rather not be here. You'd rather be in a bar with Sidney Greenstreet and Tangier, or with smugglers running guns through Khyber Pass, or halfway down Grand Canyon on your ass. But if you've never had any world-class excitement in your life, still you've got the love to find some Still once again your mind begins to fly. You've been invited to breakfast with the Sultan of Brunei. All those rumors that he's a Nazi, well, that's just a lie. He ain't a half-bad guy. Heavy sigh. Studio fade out, 4 bars. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Lordy,
I used to, back in my studio days when I was doing multi-track, I used to have to do a lot of those things. You know,
Oh, yeah, fading down.
fade in, yeah.
Yeah.
Studio fade out.
Producer say, okay, time to fade out.
No, thin it out.
Okay.
Thin it out.
And then, okay, I need to do another speed, you know, and to do that, and then I'd take 1 or 2 or 3 and edit the fade we liked.
Right, the one that's,
You know,
that's good.
yeah, that was back in the old tape days. When I was doing tape.
Tape, you know, it's funny because they still talk about having things on tape.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's
And all the country artists,
Tapeworms.
make a record. Have you noticed
Make
that?
a
We
record?
listen to all the interviews. They don't make CDs,
Oh.
and
Make
they
that-
always make, yeah, I made a record.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
like
maybe
the, like the term album.
Yeah,
It's a collection. or-
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and you know, Jackson Brown likes the thought of a record because it's a record of
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
thoughts you were having at that time.
Yes.
So it's almost like a journal. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that works. I think so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
all right.
Well, we're gonna do a video. I think.
Video. That means I can go out to my adults room
Okay, I gotta find it
and put
first.
away my
Um,
and maybe go eat the rest of my lunch.
no, it's
Eat the
like
rest of your
2
lunch.
minutes. It's just like, you can't leave. No.
Well, then I do need to switch instruments.
You need to switch instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back to this so I can turn back to us, which I keep forgetting to do.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm a horrible switcher. Okay. Let me see.
but here we are again.
Here we are.
And then the second Folky Inquisition will be after that. So
Yeah.
in case you're eagerly awaiting that.
Okay. Oh, this we've probably done this one before, but I just happen to really like this. This is Tiny Fish for Japan. We did this
Oh.
at the should I fix that. Did this live at the Couth Buzzard, and this is something that it's just a cool version of this. So I'm gonna fire this up in just a moment, make sure I get it right, and
Yeah, says it there.
now you hit pause. Sorry, I'm doing it in a certain way, which takes a little time to do. So I'm gonna mute everybody out, mute the video, and okay, we're almost there. Okay, we good?
We can talk now. This is
Yeah.
actually a
Oh, good.
We open the door.
And
Yeah,
let
open the door for a
door.
bit, yeah.
Let in, yeah.
So
Marijuana fumes.
James, James, the next song is Mountain Dawn.
Oh, is it?
It's a while, but I just wanted you to.
That thing. Okay.
Where the lakes and all that. is sort of from the,
Boy, by the way, it sounds great.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it really
sounds
does.
good.
Yeah, and you're welcome to use any of it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If you want to do an advert for your guitar manufacturer, you can show yours too.
I will actually, we should.
I just did it. I didn't want to interrupt in the middle of it and say,
Should be able to.
But be fair they will in the hours before dawn, slip out in the darkness without word or song. For a few more years, yes, they will learn
Close the door,
while they
please.
can No whitefish or trout here, we leave them alone. The inspectors raise hell if we take any home. What kind of fisherman can't eat his catch? Oh, what he's taken is own. What the flat works 3 shifts now, there's plenty of pay. We ship 17 tons of this garbage each day.
We didn't do a donation thing for you guys. We forgot to.
And I have 4 Hounds of Bay shirts with this logo. Just white t-shirts.
Yep.
They're all XX.
Yep.
You can.
No, I'm talking about donating to you.
Oh, can you guys think up a toast?
How can I hear you when?
We're having muting problems, so please disregard
The
that.
Norfolk Hotel far too much beer. The old guys remember when the waters ran clear. No poisons with names that we can't understand. And no tiny fish would hurt. So the days run together, each one is the same. And it's good that the smelt have no lovelier name. For it's all just a job now, we'll work while we can to catch tiny fish for Japan. And we'll catch tiny fish for Japan.
Figured out why it didn't. It actually changed to a different microphone. So, oh well. Such is the technological prowess of the Fortnight
This
of
is
Doom.
actually a freshwater too. This is from my neck of the woods.
Stop sharing it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, we're just so good at this. Absolutely.
That's why I'm still tuning.
That's why I'm still tuning the dulcimer. Let's see here. Where are we? And I'm gonna make sure I'm set here correctly. I am. There we go. Okay, good.
All right. And
What
you have
are
your
we doing? Oh, yeah,
it's,
I'm doing
it's
something
time
wrong.
for your actually for your Folky Inquisition sheet.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
I knew I should have made a copy of the script for you.
I was too concentrating on the fact that, and by the way, apologies for the lousy sound. It was because, well, basically it was the wrong microphone. So that's all I'm going to say. All right. So, and folk, oh yes, here we go. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's one of the reasons that I started the Tam Lin quadrilogy today was because Sally found both of the questions for these two Folky Inquisitions, and she just happened to come up with this question, which somebody will answer, and that is the song Tam Lin, which you just heard one little under a quarter of, was on which Fairport Convention album?
Okay. Remember, you guys don't get to say a thing about it.
I don't think there's many Fairport Convention fans over there. Maybe there are.
Maybe there are.
Could be surprised.
Yeah.
Anyway, so which album record did Tam Lin appear?
Okay. All right. Okay. What do we do? Which one are we doing first?
The one where I used the
that one.
dulcimer.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is whoops.
Yeah. Go for it.
A Union song, a miners' union song, a song from the wars behind the unionization of coal, which happened both in this country and in Great Britain. And this is the Great British version of the war, called the Blackleg Miner. And when you were on strike at the pits, you would obviously have pretty clean legs because you weren't down in the coal seams. But one of the ways they could find out if somebody was crossing the picket line is just pull up their trousers a little. And if there was black between their socks and their pants, then they'd been crossing the picket line and could find themselves in a lot of trouble, in a world of hurt. So literally, black leg miner.
All right.
Do I need to do something for the dulcimer?
I don't think so. You could play it.
Well, I mean, aside from like getting it closer to a microphone.
I would just you should be you should be good
because I'm harmonizing.
No, you should be fine.
Okay.
It's in the evening after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. Well, it takes his tools and down he goes to cue the coal that lies below. There's not a woman in this town row will look at the blackleg miner. It's in the evening after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. Oh, Delaval is a terrible place. They rub wet clay in the blackleg's face. Around the heaps they run a trace to catch the blackleg miner. It's so din again near the Seghill mine. Across the way they stretch a line to catch the throat and break the spine of the dirty blackleg miner. It's in the evening after dark when a blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. They grab his duds and his pick as well to hide them down the pit of hell. Down you go and fare you well, you dirty blackleg miner. So join the union while you may. Don't wait until you die and die, for that may not be far away, you dirty blackleg miner. It's in the evening after dark when a blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. It's in the evening after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. What we're gonna do next?
We will do Mingulay boat
There we go.
song.
So all the way up in the in the top of all the way up in the top of Scotland, little island of Mingulay, and they used to fish there. Don't fish there anymore.
They used to live there.
They used to live there too. Yes.
They don't do that anymore.
People fished
either.
and they lived and they farmed and then they deserted the island. So, but needless to say, this is a tune that comes out of that, and it's got a little hitch in it. That's because a Scottish dance step is called a strathspey, and
I thought it's because you had the hiccups.
no, it's a strathspey, which is a skip. They put a skip in.
Yeah,
it.
just, hang on a second. There's a skip in my capo.
skipping your get along.
Okay.
Right. So let's try that. Heel ya ho, boys, let her go, boys. Bring her head around into the weather. Heel ya ho, boys,
let her go, boy, sailing homeward to Mingulay. What care we, boys, how white the midge is? What care we, boys, the windy weather, when we know that every inch is sailing homeward to Mingulay. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Ships return now, heavy laden, mothers holding, bairns a crying. They'll return though when the sun sets. They'll return though to Mingulay. Here you go, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head around into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. When the wind is wild with shouting and the waves mount ever higher, anxious eyes turn ever seaward to see us home, boys, to Mingulay. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head around to the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward to Mingulay. All right. Okay, where are we at now?
Okay, well, to the point where our guests are going to play us out after. You know,
we're actually pretty early, so we should add some. We should we should make sure that there's more songs.
Yeah, we'll do something about that while they're playing, I guess. But
I think,
first and foremost,
yes, you should mention.
do we have any winner from?
Oh, do we have a winner? Let's see
we have
here.
A winner.
Let's see here. Do we have a winner?
And do we have a toast from anybody?
Yeah. I don't think we have a winner at this. I don't think we have a winner at this point.
Not that obscure.
So let me just check YouTube real quick here. Make sure. Nope. Nobody's talking to me on YouTube. So
yeah.
Okay.
This was one of the ones that I knew the answer to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sally's my witness.
So what's that question again?
The question again was Tam Lynn was on which Fairport Convention album?
Mm-hmm.
It may end up on several others because in my Pandora listening, I've been running into all kinds of interesting recordings of Fairport Convention. BBC did a whole series of them. And then there's like all these different albums that have gotten amalgamated between the BBC and odd little recordings. And then there's a whole bunch of wonderful stuff. Just Sandy Denny. So that's what I found out by taking long walks and listening to Pandora.
There we go.
So, the other thing that we do want to do is to mention now and perhaps later the guests that we will be having in the next few Fortnights of Doom, which will mostly, I think, be 3-week intervals.
I think we're starting to do 3-week intervals at this point.
We have the Port Townsend Wooden Boat Festival. We have the Port Gamble Maritime Music Festival that's happening in 1 week's time, actually a little less.
Yeah,
because it's 1 o'clock next Saturday.
Right
here. Well, some of it will be right here. Some of it will be in Port Gamble, which we'll be filming tomorrow. And some of it will be somewhere in Maine, I believe. Anyway, we have kind of because we're once again COVID avoiding. We are all online for the second year in a row with this festival. So anyway, nobody's lungs have been destroyed in the making of this show.
And so is Tumbleweed too.
So it's the Tumbleweed Music Festival over Labor Day. And, the downside is that you don't get to go to Port Gamble and hang out there in the sunshine and groove on all the stuff there. But the good news is that we can pick people from all over the place. So we will be having, oh my goodness, Ellen Shilliday from the island of Gabriel off of Vancouver Island. J.W. Sparrow, the American balladeer, who writes some of the more amazing songs. I love he did an album in, I guess it was the early 90s that had one of the best album titles, and it was most apt, which is Dances with Words. Anyway.
Looks like we may have a winner. And by the way, Katrina, doesn't matter. Just go ahead and answer it anyway, because there's nobody else.
One of our best customers.
She hasn't answered, but she says she thinks you might at this point. So let's, So we'll how about we let
we'll hold you in suspense. So
finally.
The other thing was to talk about our upcoming guests, and kind of interestingly, there's 2 in a row that have significance. In 3 weeks' time, on the 30th.
I have to look at my calendar.
August 28th, something right near the end of August. Last Saturday in August. How about that? Our guest will be none other than Rob Neisler.
We said since he left the band, he's going to return. He might be coming in from Nashville.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what you keep saying. But seeing as he's taking on a new dog, he's probably still in Kent. Anyway, so we will have Rob. In 3 weeks' time. And then I think 3 weeks after that, we were sort of inspired that way. So in 3 weeks more time, our guest will be Matthew Moeller.
Oh, the original one. So we're very pleased to have both of them back.
And then following that, we ran out of former members. So we have booked Silver Lining.
Right. And by the way, we should mention the date is a little fluid on that based on some issues that we have.
Okay.
You and I were supposed to talk about that, but we never got to. So. We'll make more. Stay tuned.
Watch this space.
Watch this Zoom meeting. So, okay. All right. So, gents, ladies, should we do some tunes?
Okay.
Yes.
We're having a fluid date over.
Do you have to gargle before you play? Is that the deal?
Don't have to. Can you switch us over?
I'm going to switch us over. Yeah, I just too many things going on.
Roof,
All right. Well, if nobody else is going to do a toast,
go for it. Go for a toast.
The Olympics.
The Olympics. Yay.
A time when everybody all over the world can get together and play. And the more time we spend playing, less time we'll spend fighting. So
there we go.
Let's play more, fight less.
All right. It almost doesn't really matter who wins at the Olympics anymore. It's just,
doesn't. It's just that
Just that it happens.
But
It
we've had
matters
some
to the
amazing
people
things occur.
talking about it on the TV, but it doesn't matter to me.
But that's kind of a false thing. The
Yeah,
reality is that it's happening, and that's the good thing.
And that you can see what the human body is capable of,
Yeah.
which is almost scary.
And remember your youth fondly.
Yes.
I don't
never had
run
a
and I
youth.
don't camp.
Yeah. And actually, we should mention, so Katrina did get it right, and that is Liege and Leaf. Did I get that right? So well done, Katrina. We'll figure something out. Don't worry. There's probably some other crappy merchandise that we have that you might not have actually had at this point. So
We'll dig deep in
we'll
our
dig
vault.
deep in the vault. Is that your basement?
No. And it's not the bilge either.
You may regret winning this. You may.
Okay, off we go.
Oh, light in the morning and the slowly rising sun cast pink shades on the mountain, and the new day has begun. And what remains of summer sees the dreams of coming snow, and one can only wonder when the wind begins to blow. Take this mountain with you as you turn to walk away, and let her quiet beauty linger in your memories of this day. Swallow chicks are growing, and south they soon shall go. The signs are there for seeing as the trees begin to glow with the colors of the sunrise seen in that golden dawn. Red apples are for sale and the peaches are all gone. Take this mountain with you as you turn to walk away, and let her quiet beauty linger in your memory of this day. Now it's autumn in the mountains, and the eagles sound her call. Soon there will be quiet as the snow begins to fall. But you can hear that river as it flows across the snow. It's timeless music raging in a rhythm all its own. Take this mountain with you as you turn to walk away, and let her quiet beauty linger in your memory of this day. Take this mountain with you as you turn to walk away, and let her quiet beauty linger in your memory of this day.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's so freaking cool.
That was a Jim Nason and Liz
And Liz,
Nason
yeah.
together
Oh,
song.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so far we played one song by someone else, and that was Ella B. And who is
Yeah.
that? The Amazing Rhythm Aces.
Amazing Rhythm Aces.
And now we're about to play a song that is pretty key to the ethos of our band. It's a you know, it's sort of a, it's the welcome mat that we like to throw out, you know, and it's a Bob Dylan song.
Oh, yeah. I just had 2 beers and I'm ready for the broom. Please, Mrs. Henry, won't you tow me to my broom? I'm a good old boy, but I've been sniffing too many eggs, talking to too many people, drinking too many kegs. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. I'm down on my knees, and I ain't got a dime. I'm groaning in the hallway. Soon I'm gonna be mad. Please, Mrs. Henry, won't you take me to your dad? I can drink like a fish. I can crawl like a snake. I can break like a turkey. I can slam like a ray. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. I'm down on my knees, and I ain't got a dime. Well, don't crowd me, lady, or I will fill up your shoe. I am a sweet brother, daddy, but tonight I am blue. I'm 1,000 years old. I'm a generous bomb. I'm a T-bone function. I've been known to be calm. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. I'm down on my knees, and I ain't got a dime. Well, I'm starting to drain, and my stool's gonna squeak. If I gotta walk much further, my crane's gonna leak. Please, Mrs. Henry, there's only so much I can do. Why don't you look down my way and pump me out fuel? Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. I'm down on my knees, and I ain't got a dime. Mrs. Henry, no one fifth dime, Mrs. Henry. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. Please, Mrs. Henry, Mrs. Henry, please. I'm down on my knees.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, from sad love songs to this, it's truly amazing.
It is
You know, this
truly
band
amazing.
started because Lynette and I got a schmaltzy gig that turned into a riverboat gambling
Oh,
theme
that was right.
fundraiser, and
yeah,
so I had to
years
put
ago.
together
Acoustic
an
blues.
acoustic blues band, and Mr. Nason was the first to accept, and then illustrious Mr. Peterson, who has since gone to Nashville. And,
That's
and
Nashville.
is now on his way back. No, wonderful guy though, and plays very well. And Jim and Dave had been playing together. Lynette and I had been playing together, and this is how we ended up. So you know,
And it works.
all together, most of us have been playing. You guys have been playing together for 20 years.
Yeah, at least. Probably.
Pushing that.
Yeah.
Pushing on that.
Jim and I have been playing together for at least 16 or
Something like
17
that.
years, and Lynette and I have been playing together for about 16 years. So
Yeah.
all together, a long time.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
We have a great logo too. She made this.
That's a great logo.
That is a great logo. Yes.
No, it's stretched.
Wanted to
That's it.
finish off
You're
something
too
that I kind
sexy
of
for
got
your shit.
distracted away from on
And it's
in terms of
easily distractible too.
yeah, Port Gamble Maritime Music Festival. I had stopped at J.W. Sparrow, who actually would be worth kind of showing up for just for himself.
Actually, yeah, Mickey Perry. Hi, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey.
She said, so when will you have JW Sparrow? So good thing.
Yeah, we've been thinking about that also, but Maritime Folknet got there first.
Yes.
Actually, that was because I asked Ron to do it. So anyway.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm distracting you
distracting
again.
me again.
But
Yes,
actually,
indeed.
it's
Just
because
put a sock in it.
JW has DSL in his house.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Remember when we did Cat for the first time?
Oh, yeah.
Think that.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay. We're gonna have to transport him somewhere.
Exactly.
But he tends to drive really cushy cars, so
Yeah,
I don't think he'd be unwilling to do that.
Yeah. So we figured that out. Okay.
Okay.
Back to what you were saying.
Back to what I was saying. So anyway, I only gave you half the bill for Port Campbell Maritime Music Festival, because following J.W. Sparrow, we will have the Johnson Girls. This is 4 women from the Boston area who tour nationally and internationally, doing mostly a cappella music and a lot of it being sea songs. And they are something else. And to headline our whole festival, we actually have managed to get a set from Gordon Bach, who is sort of like Mr. Sea Music.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you should be there.
Yes, be there.
Or either there then or then later. There
Yes.
later, right? But that will be 1 o'clock. If you go to maritimefolknet.org, there will be all kinds of web stuff that will point you in all kinds of the right directions. This will be done on YouTube. So curl up in front of your best sound, because it'll be some really nice sounds.
It'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
And we'll be right here.
Yeah, actually, there will be some of I'll be a co-MC.
Yes.
With Lynn Applegate. So
yeah,
it'll be really cool. We are tomorrow, a bunch of us going out to Port Campbell to film some of the intros, a few songs, a little bit of just basic nice views of the water and whatever else we can get nice views of.
Yeah.
So please do tune in then.
Yeah.
And I think what we're going to do to bring ourselves out of this, my idea at least, and this is going to be like total experiment, is to see whether Jim and Chris can swap verses on Sailor's Prayer.
You game for that?
I could try. Yeah.
Guess first.
I think guess first. That way we
Can
can
we sing along with?
You could sing along with it and everything, so we could like do the whole thing together.
Oh, that would be
It's
all
all
Yeah,
acapella, right?
ooh,
Yeah.
yes, acapella.
Oh, can we pick a C? Can we start it in C,
We can
please?
start it in C, though.
We could start it in C. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
key for a C song.
So let's you and I swap verses, okay? Okay. All right. So let's try this and see what happens.
I'll start.
You start. Okay, go.
This dirty town has been my home since last time I went sailing. But I'll not stay another day. I'd sooner be away than oh, Lord above.
Send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them that blows what sells bad beer to sailors.
Paid off me score and then ashore. Me money soon was flying all the way out. With Judy lay upon my knee and in my ear a lion. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them that blows what sells bad beer to sailors.
Well, let's see.
With me newfound.
With me newfound friends, me money spends as quick as we can.
When I make to clear my slate,
The
landlord says, keep drinking.
Oh
Lord above, send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them that blows what sells bad beer to sailors.
With me money gone and me clothes in pawn, and Judy set for leaving. 6 months pay gone in, blimey, 3 days, and Judy is not grieving.
Adios.
Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. When the crimp comes,
When the crimp comes around, I'll pay his pound, and his hand I'll be shaking. And early morn set for the horn, as just as the dawn is breaking.
Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. And for one last trip from port I'll ship, and when I'm back I'm swearing I'll settle down in my hometown and go no more seafaring.
Until the next trip.
Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beaks as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Larry. Wait, actually, that actually worked pretty well, didn't it? Yeah.
We used to gargle that verse.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Emerald City Jug Band.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Yeah. Okay.
toast time.
Toast time.
Grab your flagons,
Mhm.
glasses, drinking horns,
Mhm.
Oda bags.
Whatever.
And this is our usual final toast to those of you who've put up with us for the last hour and something.
Mhm. Yep.
Thank you very much for coming to our party.
Yep.
And come again, y'all.
Yeah.
Did you mention that we would do a tip jar or something?
Yes. And,
Oh my-
yes. And we also totally forgot.
Yes,
Typical musicians
marketing
remember that it needs
geniuses
to be
that we
tipped.
are. Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Do you actually have what that might be?
No?
Yes,
No.
no. We have 4 T-shirts, double X, white shirts with this wonderful logo made by Miss Lynette and myself.
Mm-hmm.
We have several CDs. Still.
Ooh. What's
And they
this?
do have a website.
What's a CD?
They're these round things that you put. No,
Coasters?
I think
People make earrings out
a
of it.
donation. A donation to our cause of $10 would get you either of those items, or for $25 you can have both.
Okay. All right. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
so happy trails, y'all.
Happy trails.
All right.
Be good.
Thank
See you
y'all.
next time. Okay. So
Welcome back now, you hear?
take us out.
We got the whole Hawaii thing cold down. We got the grass skirts swaying, the pigs in the ground, and the ukulele accesses. Ukulele I can sing. Hula-rocka, hula-rocka. We got old Don Ho, he's laying lays on women. We got the swimming, and the ukulele I can sing. Hula-rocka, hula-rocka. while the tourists shuffle around the beach, getting sand up in their shoes. And the ukulele accents, ukulele accents singing, hula rock, hula rock, Marlo was blowing smoke and steam into the sky with the lava rivers flowing. You could almost see them from Molokai. And the ukulele accents, ukulele accents singing, hula rock, hula rock, singing hula rock, hula rock, hula rock, singing hula rock, hula rock, hula rock. Tourists get into their airplanes made of tin foil and bamboo, and they fly down to New York, Ohio, and the ukulele accents, guitars backing, slack keys and slacking in, and all dummy dumpy, and hear all the thumping singing, hula rock, hula rock, singing hula rock, hula rock, hula rock, singing hula rock, hula rock, hula rock, singing hula rock, hula rock, hula rock, you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for tolerating. I mean, putting up with it.
Yeah, no, you ain't putting up with us, really.
Toleration?
Okay, and we are going to stop being live, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah. Make sure.